Hey i3s, I just wanted to give you kind of a detailed walkthrough of Google Hangouts on Air so that you can use it to prep for your upcoming webinar. They've been going really well, but we just want to kind of remind everybody how it works and so that things can go off without a hitch. Also, next week we have about 7 every day, so we're not going to be able to be there with everybody. So that's why we wanted to do this. So, okay, here I am at YouTube, and I'm going to click on my channel. You'll remember this from our training. And at this point, I'm going to click on Video Manager. So here in my Video Manager, remember you want to come over here to Live Streaming, and then click on Events. So now you can see my previously scheduled webinar that's supposed to start today at 10:20 in the morning. Yours probably has one in there that you scheduled on our Think Tank Day. What I would really like to encourage you to do is to create a new event and practice with your teammates. So just an example of how to do that. You don't want to use this link because this is the link that's in Sched. And if you go ahead and start that, then it will make the link dead for people that are going to watch your live event. So let's go ahead and create a new live event. And we're going to call it i3 testing or something like that. And we'll go ahead and start it right now. As a reminder, you always want to make it a quick type webinar using Google Hangouts on Air. Don't do custom. That has a lot more options than we need. So make sure you select the quick option and then say go live now. Or if you want to schedule the test for your, in fact, let's just do that. So we'll schedule it for 10:30 a.m. So this would be our test. So I'm going to create an event now. And then this event is going to be here in my video manager. So I'm ready to start it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Start Hangout on Air. And this is what you would do when you're ready to broadcast. So when I start the Hangout on Air, it's going to open this window up. If you are broadcasting in a different location than your moderator, you're going to want to send them the link here. So over here on the bottom right, I'm going to click that link, and I'm going to copy that link, and I'm going to send it over to Bonnie and Kathy. Okay, so I've sent that link over to Bonnie and Kathy. I'm also going to open another tab, and then I'm going to paste that link myself into this tab, and this will take me to the YouTube page where my participants will view the Google Hangout. You'll notice that it's going to start in like 6.5 minutes. I then have this chat window over here where I can say something, and I'm going to say, hey everyone, thanks for joining today. Kathy and Bonnie are also going to say something in that chat window. So there's Bonnie. So let's say that she is my moderator, okay? And there's Kathy. So I need to make Bonnie my moderator so that at the end of the chat, she can paste that link for CPE credit. If someone is not a moderator, they are not allowed to paste a link. Google doesn't allow that. They think it's spam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over Bonnie's name here and click on those 3 dots. And then I'm going to set user as a moderator. And then it tells me Bonnie is now a moderator. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to Kathy. Even though you may not have 2 moderators, some of y'all do. But now they're both moderators, so then I need to leave this page alone. because I'm going to be broadcasting from my Google Hangouts. I'm going to let my moderators handle this page. So I'm actually going to close that tab, and I'm back here in my Google Hangout window. So when I'm ready to start the broadcast, then I'm just going to click Start the Broadcast. It's going to tell me that it's going to go live. So you'll notice that right now I have my microphone muted and my camera muted. That is so that when I go live, I'm not broadcasting everything that I'm saying right away until I'm ready to do so. You'll notice that it says live up here in the right corner, and that tells you that you're live. Okay? So now Bonnie and Kathy are seeing that link, and they are now seeing my screen. So I'm going to go ahead and enable my camera just for a minute so you guys can see how that looks. So at this point, I would have a webcam cover. There we go. So I'm going to say, hey guys, today's i3 webinar is all about formative assessment. We're going to learn some really neat tools, yada, yada, yada. So at this point, I'm going to actually go back to my avatar so that people don't have to stare at me throughout the entire broadcast. Okay. There we go. If I want to share my screen, this is something that a lot of you guys are doing. Over here on this this button, it's a green square with a arrow. You want to click on Screen Share. Now I need to choose what I want to share. So I'm actually just going to share my entire screen with whoever's watching. So I'm going to click on entire screen. Now you may have other windows here, and that may be because you have different tabs open. In fact, let me just show that. So if I open different tabs, okay, I open 2 new tabs. So when I go back to my Google Hangout, when I click Screen Share, now I have more options there, or I should. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my entire screen and say Share. Now at this point, you see this crazy screen going back into time, you know, in the infinite number of screens. It's very confusing. So what I would do though is I would switch to a new tab, and then I would navigate, you know, let's say you're using Google Forms. You know, you might just come over here and start your webinar and talk about Google Forms or whatever it is that you're going to talk about. So let's say I'm giving my webinar, everything's good, then I'm going to come back and it's time to end my webinar. So when I hop back over here, I'm going to click Stop. So now I'm not screen sharing anymore, but I'm still broadcasting. So I might turn my camera back on and say, hey everybody, thanks for joining today. Please ask questions in the chat window. Bonnie and Kathy will be happy to answer them. Also, they are going to post a link for CPE credit in the chat window so that you can get your 30 minutes of CPE credit. Thanks for joining. And then at that point, I'm going to hang up, confirm that I want to end my broadcast. And then it tells me this Hangout on Air is now over. So I'm going to close it. And I am finished. And when I go back to my live events and I kind of refresh the screen, you should notice that now there's only one, which is that upcoming. The one that I just ended is now live online. So that's it. We just want to make sure you guys were able to see these steps. If you have any questions, of course, let us know. Thanks.